So this week we're doing a whole week of detox. Remember the vegetables and then vegetables and fruit and then vegetables for 7 days. As you go through this week, you're going to feel more and more energetic because your body is not competing with a lot of those extra added preservatives and persistent organic pollutants. Remember last week we talked about the dragon cleanse, taking it and pulling out all those excess bad nutrients that could be making you have low energy or not being able to sleep very well, even getting heartburn, just headaches and all sorts of other problems. Because we are doing the detox this week, you should have a lot of energy. I'd like for you to do one cardiovascular move a day, hopefully for about 6 minutes long. I will give you a couple of examples right now so that you know what to do. First, we're going to be doing a step exercise. So basically, stepping up on the step and lunging back. You can do this for about 1 minute. Take a break, and then you can switch laterally, working the lateral aspect of your legs. I love this exercise because not only does it get your heart rate up, but it also works your hamstring, which is found in the back, your gluteal muscle, your quadricep. It works your obliques, rectus abdominis, and transverse abdominis. If you use the arms, you can really increase your heart rate to go at 85% efficiency, hopefully. What does that mean? If you're about 20 years old, 85% efficiency will be something like 180 beats per minute. You can do that in intervals, and that will maximize your calorie and fat burn. If you're about 50, then maybe your max cardiovascular input or output and cardiovascular pump will be about 150 beats per minute. Okay, let's change positions right here. You can do it laterally. So remember, do each exercise for 1 minute. As you notice, I'm already getting out of breath because even though this is not seemingly very difficult, it does increase your heart rate. All right, come over forward. Let me show you. This is how you do your heart rate. Carotid artery right here. You place your fingers right. See this little thing, how it's pulsing? Do you see it? Put your fingers right there and you count for 6 seconds. Add a 0. Okay, follow me to the next exercise. This is a spin bike. You could find this at the gym or any studio. Woo! I'm still out of breath. Okay, so on a spin bike, what makes this a very nice workout is the fact that you're not really feeling too much on the knees or hips. So if you have problems with your knees or hips, this is an excellent exercise versus the step, because the step really takes your whole body weight, but it's the best way to increase bone density. So how do you increase your heart rate here? Pick up your pace and do sprints. Remember, if you have a bike, you can also increase your resistance. And so that makes it more difficult. Engaging bigger muscles to actually do the exercise. Now, you can come up for 8 counts and sit back for 8 counts. These are called jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down, and you can do that for a whole minute. I love this because you can take a little break, well, somewhat, when you're sitting down. It's still a really hard workout, but you're not really pushing your joints and causing any damage to them, especially, let's bring down that resistance a little bit. Take a deep breath and exhale, especially if your doctor has told you that your joints are bone to bone. Now, what does that mean, bone to bone? It could mean that your cartilage has worn out, the synovial fluid is not produced at the rate that it should be to cushion the joints. But is surgery the way to go? I beg to differ, because if you are having bone on bone, what does that mean? It means that you're losing bone. Remember osteoporosis we talked about a few weeks ago? Must fix the acidity of your body. Remember, you measure that first thing in the morning, the urine. And when that is within normal limits, now for sure you can begin to build bone density. If you take surgery, if you get surgery while your acidity's off, you're going to be back to the same problem again. So don't use surgery as your first line of fixing a problem. Work on it all the way around, and surgery is your last resort. All right, now let me see. So you can do jumps, you can stay seated and do sprints, like counting for 15 seconds. We can do a lot of resistance and really muscle through that exercise, lifting and pressing on the cage and all that. Take a deep breath in and exhale. All right, now I showed you how to do a carotid pulse. I'm going to show you how to do a radial pulse. If you take your hand, everybody has a hand, I hope. You take your thumb and you run your thumb all the way down to the part of your wrist that bends, all right? Now, don't use your thumb to take your heart rate, because if you use your thumb, you're going to feel your own pulse from up here. What we want you to do is follow your thumb all the way down, get into this little divot right here. Place your index finger and middle finger here and press down, okay? Count for 6 seconds, add a 0, and that would be your heart rate. All right, so that's the second way of doing your heart rate. Now, third exercise, you don't have a step, you don't have a bike. What can you do at home? All right, well, let me show you. I'm gonna march in place, and the higher you get your knees, the higher your heart rate will be. Now, let's say, for instance, you're thinking to yourself, well, I can't march in place. It's really hard on my hips and knees. Maybe I'm more than 10 pounds overweight. It's just not a healthy state for me to be. That's okay. You can do heel digs. See? And as you do the heel digs, you're going to begin to get your heart rate up. And you can lunge to the side. You can do 100 of these. Now, as you get stronger, you can do little jump rope. Small amount lifting from the floor. So this is what it looks like. See, very small. Do 100 of these, and if you can't, then go ahead and work up to it. Okay, now the third thing I can show you is the treadmill, but you can use this to do an outside workout. So follow me right here. All right, and so I'm going to start this, and here we go, and don't look over your shoulder while the thing's moving, because you don't want to break your neck. Okay, so here we go. So now you can pretend this is an outside workout. I am walking in the canyon or on the street. But now let's say I want to do a little interval training. What I can do is I can either increase my speed here, or I can increase my speed running outside. So now we're going to increase, and here we are, we're running, see? The higher you get the speed, the more difficult it is for your body to execute that movement, see? And now you're running. There you go, see that? And you want to do 1 minute. After you do your minute, go ahead and drop your pace down to a comfortable walking pace. Recover 30 seconds or a minute or whatever you need to recover with. And then go ahead and pick up your pace again. I'm going to do it again. Okay, here we go. And then here you are. You finish your workout. Do 10 of these, 1 minute long with a minute break. That's a 20-minute workout. See you next time.